All right, let's do one more story that I am calling Single White Female. Yikes. So, this is according to Reality Blurb. Apparently, Rachel is still out here being as cringy and stalkery as ever. So Raquel Leviss's lawyers reacted to Ariana Madix's recent court filing in response to Raquel's revenge porn lawsuit. They slammed Ariana's, quote, fairy tale account of how she allegedly discovered the affair with Tom Sandoval on his phone, and they claim they have irrefutable evidence that Raquel's intimate videos were distributed. The Vanderpump Rules alum is suing Tom for allegedly recording her without her consent, and she's suing Ariana for allegedly distributing the intimate footage. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that Rachel's lawsuit is bogus and frivolous, and I think that she just seems really bitter to me. I think that Rachel is bitter that Bravo did not beg her back and give her this huge paycheck, and she didn't come back to Vanderpump Rules as the new queen of the show, which is what I think she thought. Even after all the cheating exposed, I really think in Rachel's mind, she thought she was going to come back to the show, get a huge paycheck, and become dethrone Lala, dethrone Ariana, dethrone Katie, dethrone Sheena, and become the queen of Vanderpump Rules after everything happened. And when Bravo was basically like, nah, boo-boo, we're not paying you all that, but you can still come back and tell your side of the story if you want, but we're not going to up our offer, she got mad. Because that's what she said on Bethany's podcast, that they weren't willing to pay her what she wanted to be paid. She didn't say she left the show for her mental health. She did not say she left the show, because of A, B, C, D, E. She said she left the show because they were not willing to pay her what she wanted to be paid. So I guess she's trying to get that check now through these frivolous lawsuits. Now, with that being said, I do not condone by any means Tom recording her without her consent. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not. Obviously, I'm not saying that is right. But I think suing him and suing Ariana in the court of law, to me, it's very ridiculous. It's giving privilege. It's giving tone deaf. It's giving I will do anything to stay in the limelight. It's giving it makes me, and I've always felt this way. I feel like Rachel hates Ariana. I'm not talking about because I'm not talking about, Tom and all that. I just mean in general, she just has a disdain for Ariana. After everything you did to this woman, and I know how I feel about Ariana in different situations, but in this particular situation, looking at it in context, after everything you've done to Ariana, on top of that, you want to sue her? What planet are you living on? And also, you are now a known liar. Because remember on Rachel's podcast, remember when she was lying, in my opinion, and being like, no, Ariana knew me and Tom were hooking up. She knew we were hooking up, and they wanted to keep it a secret so they could have a storyline for next season. Well, you can't have it both ways. And again, Ariana's lawyers, if you're listening, take notes. Go and scrub Rachel's podcast for every single time she claims that Ariana knew that her and Tom were having an affair, because you can't have it both ways. You can't sue Ariana and say that she found this video on his phone, and because she was so angry at you for having sex with her boyfriend, she distributed it to everybody. But then also say, no, Ariana knew, she was in on it. They just wanted to keep it a secret. They used me for a storyline for the upcoming season because Vanderpump Rules is going to be canceled. So if Ariana knew you were having sex with her boyfriend, why would seeing a video of you in a sexual act on his phone enrage her so much, take her by such surprise and anger, that she's then going to distribute the video out of anger and vengeance? Doesn't make any sense. Because she said on her podcast, yeah, Ariana saw me and Tom being touchy or something, and she's like, you guys stop, people are gonna notice and say something. Save it for the show. Which one is it, Rachel? Did Ariana know you were having sex with Tom and they wanted to save it for a storyline? Or when she saw you doing a sexual act on his phone, she was so distraught and in shock, which any normal person would be, she felt compelled to distribute it. Because you can't have it both ways. You can't. And either way you slice it, you're a weirdo, Rachel. Like, stop it. Go find another gig. Go find another hook. Go find another thing. This is too much. And it's really, really creepy. Okay, let's keep going. Rachel's attorneys, Brian Friedman and Mark Gargaros, reacted to Ariana's claims in a statement via People. The only thing more laughable than Ariana's motion is her fairy tale account of how she discovered the relationship from Tom's phone. Meanwhile, we look forward to cross-examining her on her declaration as we have irrefutable evidence that the videos were distributed. Their statement went on. Lastly, the forensic expert states that the video is not now on Ariana's phone well after the events in question with months of notice that her actions had put her in legal jeopardy. This is a bunch of hogwash. Like, leave Ariana alone. You know, I have my feelings on Ariana's likability and all of that stuff. But leave Ariana alone, Rachel. Like, what else do you want to take from this woman? Was having sex with her boyfriend, whether or not you respected her relationship, does not negate from the fact that she was in one. And whether or not you respected her relationship, you pretended to be this woman's friend, playing in her face, all the while having sex in her home with her boyfriend. And I know that Ariana has had brand deals and she's had money and she has a boyfriend and she's, her star is rising and all of that stuff. I totally get it. And that's great for her. Girl, go get your bag, everything else. It still doesn't take away from what Rachel did to her. What else do you want, Rachel? You want her to pay you? You want her to go to jail? What do you want? What else do you want from her? This is some real psycho, sick, single white female, I want to wear your skin psycho stuff. Like, why are you trying to get back at Ariana when you were the one who was pretending to be her friend? When you were the one who was lying to her face? When you were the one who was having sex with her boyfriend in her house? But somehow you think she needs to pay you? And stop with this whole revenge porn nonsense. Where is the video? It's not online. It's not distributed. Stop with the nonsense. This is a nonsense lawsuit. Now, if she wants to go and talk to Tom about him taking it without her consent, knock yourself out. I personally wouldn't sue someone in this situation for that. If he posted it online, if he sent it to friends, if something like that, yes. But I think with what happened, how this went down, I wouldn't sue him over that. That's just me. She's allowed to do whatever she wants when it comes to that, obviously. But I don't know. I personally wouldn't sue over that. I would block the person, never talk to them again, cut them off out of my life. But to be honest with you, if it is true that he took the video without her consent, she knew that and she still wanted to be with him. She still said, I love you. She still wanted to see where things could go with them. So you weren't actually mad that he took the video without your consent. You're only mad now because things didn't work out the way you thought they were. If Bravo was paying you what you asked for and brought you back to the show with a big paycheck, would you be suing Tom? Would you be suing Ariana? I think that those are big fat no's. So are you suing on principle and integrity, or are you suing because it's Mad Day and you're pissed off because you didn't get what you wanted? Playing with our judicial system, which is already broken enough and messed up enough and biased enough and corrupt enough, out here playing with people. It's ridiculous. All right, back to single white female. Okay. On her Rachel Goes Rogue podcast, the star addressed an allegation that she stole Ariana's shirt and wore it at Stagecoach to cause a stir. Apparently, we have the same shirt, and I bought that shirt at Urban Outfitters, said Rachel via Breaking the Rules podcast on Instagram. It just matched my jeans perfectly. I needed something that was form fitting and showed the embroidery on my pants because they were like very beautifully embroidered with a cactus scenery, a desert scene, and a moon. Surprised it wasn't a lightning bolt, you weirdo. I needed to show that off, and so a crop top would be ideal, but also I didn't want my stomach showing, so it was the perfect length and the perfect color, she continued. So it was something that I already owned. She denied that she, quote, stole it from Ariana. I purchased it and I didn't even remember seeing her wearing that on the show, said Rachel. Girl, stop lying. Stop lying. And as you can see, it is Rachel wearing the same exact shirt that Ariana wore. Girl, you're lying. I don't know if you stole it from Ariana, but you damn knew she was wearing it. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Like, Rachel, you need to go back into a different facility because the first one didn't do the job. You're out here acting like you are being an advocate. You're acting here like you're on your mental health healing journey, but yet you are weaponizing our judicial system because you're on your get back. You're basically being a whiny brat. I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm going to sue everybody. Wah, 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 wah. And then you're out here still with your single white female stalker situation, wearing, matchy outfits with the woman that you pretended to be friends with, lied in her face, and screwed her boyfriend behind her back in her own home for months. And then on top of that, you have the audacity to sue this woman. Ridiculous and crazy and cuckoo for freaking Cocoa Puffs. Somebody needs to do a wellness check. This is bizarre. This is crazy. Bizarre and crazy. It's cuckoo. Like, it's cuckoo. Like, Ariana, watch your back. You might have her, like, I don't know, like smelling your chest while you're sleeping, and she's gonna want to like jump inside you. Like, this is bizarre to me. If I was Ariana, I'd get a restraining order. Like, this is too much. Like, what did Ariana ever do to you, Rachel? I'll wait. You're actually one of the only people on the show, other than the guys, that Ariana was ever actually nice to. To be perfectly honest, you, as a female, Ariana's not really nice to other females. Let's call a thing a thing. She's only nice to Katie now because they have to be, because it's like they have to be allies at this point. Ariana doesn't have anybody else and something about her. But prior to that, what female was Ariana ever nice to other than Rachel? Girl. Girl. Yikes. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Do you think Rachel is only suing because she's on her get back? Again, that's what I think. I think if Bravo would have paid her and she would have came back to the show, it never would have even crossed her mind to sue them because she knew Tom allegedly took the video without consent. It didn't seem like he was showing it to people. It seemed like he was using it for like his own personal, enjoyment or whatever you want to call it. Again, that's not right. You need consent before you do that. Obviously, I'm not saying that's right. But it doesn't seem like she really cared. She only cares now because things didn't work out how she thought that they were going to work out. And to me, just out of principle, out of morals, out of just human decency, if I had pretended to be somebody's friend and screwed their boyfriend in their house, the last thing I would do would sue them. But again, I wouldn't do that crap in the first place. Yikes. So I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below and about everything going on. And also, what do you guys think about Vanderpump Rules going on pause? They're taking a hiatus. They will not be filming this summer. To be honest with you, the majority of the cast will be filming The Valley instead. And I think that's a pretty good idea. And is anybody listening to Rachel Goes Rogue? I'm not listening. I just get the clips that show up on my feed, and then I bring it all the mess to y'all. So as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and put it down below and let me know what you guys think. So with that,